Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Insert Name Here. It's a podcast about nothing for nobody. If you take it seriously, you're redacted. Let's start the show. Hey,
what's up?
Hello and welcome to Insert Name Here. It's a podcast about nothing for nobody. If you take it seriously, you're redacted. I'm your co-host, Doug Bennett.
And what's up, guys? I'm your other co-host, Seth Nacho. Welcome to another fabulous recording. Getting close to the end of May.
Yeah.
Ready to pay those bills, everybody.
Hell yeah. We all know what's coming up after that.
Yes?
We all know. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Do you want to say any words about Memorial Day?
Well, I'm proud to be an American, so at least I know I'm free. And what
Yeah.
Memorial Day is all about is not forgetting the men who died and gave that right to me.
You gave that right to me, that's right.
Which is not how rights work, by the way. Rights are not given. Rights are inborn, inalienable.
That's crazy, bro. Like, what an opinion to have that humans have rights.
Wow, holy shit! It's almost like I'm having the same ideas that founded this very nation.
What is your name, John Locke? Who are you, buddy? Like, calm down. Human rights? It's human privileges, okay?
Shut the fuck up, communist.
Sorry. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I mean, celebrate, but also what you said last year still rings true to me. They should switch Veterans Day and Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Like, Veterans Day is so solemn when it's like celebrating alive people, and Memorial Day is so lively and we're celebrating dead people. I think they should definitely be switched.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think what you said still is so true.
It just kind of makes sense that sometimes things in life can't be that simple. You can't.
Yeah, just switch them. Like, it'd be so easy, and it would make so much sense.
You'd upset maybe 20 people tops. Which.
Yeah. A couple of veterans that were like so used to be like, I love being respected on Veterans Day. It's like, shut up.
You don't understand. The half-price Denny's breakfast hits different when it's cold outside.
Damn, bro, the half-price Denny's breakfast. The Grand Slam, bro. Or what is it called? A home run?
Moon's over my hammy. Oh. That's the name of a dish at that restaurant.
What is it?
Moon's over my hammy.
My hammy.
Yeah, it's a couple slices of ham and like some eggs sunny side up.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Indeed.
It sounds like something Denny's would have. It's like Taco Bell, dude. Just switch the order of ingredients and call it something new.
Absolutely.
Just with breakfast food.
Denny's has a lot of good shit though. I could talk extemporaneously ad nauseum about my love for Denny's. First of all, even with their like mid-10s corporate update to the fucking whole corporate Memphis style, where everything one day all of a sudden looks the same. That's because everyone made the same changes.
Yeah.
Even Denny's managed to retain some element of the diner aesthetic within that.
Sure.
So, very cozy. Much cozier than a fucking IHOP or some shit like that. Really its only solid competitor would be Waffle House in terms of aesthetics. Waffle House remains undefeated in that, but Denny's did a good job too. I'd rather go into a Denny's and spend time there than like a Chipotle or a McDonald's, something like that,
Okay.
So on aesthetics, Denny's is fantastic. Then we're getting into that menu.
Okay, yeah, get into the menu, okay. This is schizo rant about Denny's.
This is not a schizo rant, this is a love letter.
Denny's, please sponsor us. Denny's, please reach out to my line.
But
got my girl like...
in an era of steady and rampant inflation, they've kept prices low. Okay? They reliably...
There's no way. There's no way. They had to have gone up in price.
Dude,
Even Waffle House went up in price.
You know what's crazy? This most recent advertising campaign that Denny's is pushing out, they've reintroduced like a pretty substantial like 2 for $8 menu. So actually the prices have been going down. But you know, like
down, down, down.
5-6 years ago, you still had the $2, $3, $4, $5 menu.
It's impossible because eggs are going up, dude.
Yeah.
How can they afford these egg prices?
I was getting in and out of a Denny's in 2019. 2 people fucking fed with to-go food that we couldn't finish for under $20. So you gotta respect it there. That's just on price. The variety of the menu, insane. Where else can you get both a BLT and a plate of crepes and then wash it down with like...
IHOP!
No, doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't track. That's a house of pancakes. That's all they had. For a little while they did burgers. Nobody liked it.
So I post I like waffles. Someone's gonna post so you hate pancakes, huh?
Yeah.
That must be you, huh?
That's life, baby. That is life. Yeah, no, when I said no one liked it, by the way, when they were IHOP, it, like, halved their stock price.
Yeah, well, that fake name really did mess them up with the advertising. But the actual, like, the restaurant, they have, like, dinner food, too.
I don't think that's correct.
Okay. I don't understand why you love Denny's so much, but, I mean, that's you, man. Hey, you can have your afflictions.
Indeed.
Your affections, sorry.
Affliction.
Affections.
Oh, to judge much? Mr. Judgy Pants McGee? Lording on
Hey, no, in this house we listen and we don't judge.
Lording from on high on his horse made of lies.
I'm the morality king. You will listen to what I say. I say all the right things.
That was a crazy fucking trend, man.
What?
We listen and we don't judge. People said some wild
They
shit.
really did.
It
They
made
really
me realize
did.
that sometimes it's good to judge.
And that would make, actually, for a great big question, wouldn't it?
Okay.
What's your we listen and we don't judge?
Ooh, decisions.
Oh. I must have think. What you gonna think of?
Fuck. Nah, man, this is crazy. You got
It's not good?
you got a different question.
Bad one? Bad question? I was trying to think what my response would be, and I was like, oh, fuck.
That requires
This
too much contemplation.
might be some Kanye type shit, like, I gave my cousin head.
No. If you listened to that and did not judge it, I judge that.
No, yeah, I meant like, you're gonna tell me some wild child secret, like, that'd be crazy.
Ah, man. I get, let's actually stick with this. We can go with something like that. I'll say it like this. I mean, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, yeah, okay, why are we even going for it then?
Yeah.
What?
All right, we listen and we don't judge. Sometimes not the first thing that pops to your head deserves to be a big question.
There you go. Congratulations. Conclusion reached. Don't call me a dirty, filthy liar. Here's your big question then. What do you think would happen if we started some sort of business together? Some sort of like. What if we like started some sort of farmhouse stand, like some sort of like farmer's market for selling our vegetables that we grow together?
Okay.
Is there like a farming operation?
Yeah.
How's that shake down?
That's great. That's a great question, man. First of all, I think that you are naive enough to serve as the face of an operation, which I quickly use to.
Okay, so I'm the face. Okay.
Yeah, which I quickly use to gain and accrue capital much faster through illicit means. Now, if this is a farming thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire a bunch of illegals.
Okay.
Yeah, cut down our labor immensely, and also find a way to steal as much from them as possible.
Oh my god.
They can't do anything. What are they going to do? Call the cops on me? I get to call ICE. Okay,
Oh
so
my god.
they're not going to do shit.
This is awful. This has already started off.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you know, you'll think we're doing really good, but I can only give you enough of these proceeds where you don't question where this money is coming from. So what's going to happen if we start a business? I'm going to become fabulously wealthy and
that's awesome.
morally bankrupt.
Dude, what happens when the cops do come? What happens when the...
I have it set up in such a way that makes it look like you were in on it the whole time.
What?
In fact, it was all you, actually. And
I'm going to take the fall?
you know, I'll have done so well that I can simply flee to Monaco. There's no extradition there.
You're going to be over in Monaco while I go to jail?
Yeah, and I'm going to flip my bags. I'm going to 10x my bags playing Baccarat, which apparently has the best odds house versus player.
I mean, you're going to Monaco, so the city of casinos.
Get to suck off James Bond, too. That's where James Bond always retires to after his last mission, so
Nice.
that'll be pretty sweet.
And I'll be in jail. I don't like this scenario, Doug.
You'll make it. You'll live.
In my scenario, we're two guys. We wear overalls and we have a little farm at our little house, and we sell our grocery vegetables at the farmers market.
That sounds relentlessly gay.
We're just like we live in a little cottage, and there's like a bear that's our friend.
Jesus Christ. Paging the Disney company.
I can't even
We
say
have your
this.
new gay bullshit.
I can't even say this on the straight face. Yeah, we're like Bert and Ernie out in this bitch. Like,
Oh man. Glad you're right. Hold on. Hold on.
yeah.
Can the bear talk?
In this scenario, yeah, to us.
Oh, you know what? I guess I'm in. All right.
The bear can talk to us, but he doesn't talk to other people.
Yeah. Improving your scenario.
Great success.
Improving your scenario. This
Yeah.
talking bear probably knows other talking bears. If a bear can talk, it can learn how to pick a banjo. The farm is just the start of us doing real life country bear jamboree. Okay?
You took it there. You took it to Country Bear Jamboree. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that.
That's like probably top 10 favorite movies for me. I watch it probably once a year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be real. You know what? Listen and don't judge. I love the Country Bear Jamboree. I watch it once a year.
We listen and we don't judge. That's right.
Here we go. We made it. We made it.
Congratulations. So guys, if you couldn't tell, I'm wearing a certain shirt today because Doug and I had a great time yesterday.
Indeed. We went to the May 24th regular season ending game, week 9, UFL, Birmingham Stallions taking on the Michigan Panthers.
Right. And it's funny because for the USFL conference championship in like another week or two, they're going to play them again.
Yeah, playoffs already done been decided.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fucking it was garbage. Week 9's garbage time.
But it was still good to see a nice game.
Yeah, and that's what was cool about it. It was like it is probably the top level of like pure football, point blank period. But I feel like the NFL at this point is the NFL. Like there's quirks to it. There's ways that game that style of playing football works.
Okay, that's what you meant. I was like, he was like, what are you talking about?
Pure straight up football. You put together like a pickup game, something like that. You know,
NFL's like
is different.
NFL's like gay football.
And that the NFL is like highly codified, very professional. There's like any other game, it has its own meta game to it.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah, so the metagame is a little different in at least it
Yeah.
seems it's a little different in the USFL. On the UFL.
yeah, the craziest difference, nobody kicks for the extra point. They just don't do that.
Yeah, they have a whole new system for conversions. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, which it's a system that allows for a 3-point conversion I felt bad for bringing it up because Seth didn't know about it. And the whole game, every about 2 or 3 minutes, he said, "We're like, well, maybe we should go for 3 on this drive." What if we went for? I sure hope I get to see a 3. And it's just like,
why do I sound like that?
It's like, buddy, it's so rare. I think only one team did a single one this season, which they did successfully. So as far as if you're playing Moneyball with it, you're like, yeah, that's 100% success rate. Every time it's been gone for, it's been succeeding. But like in real life, like you're snapping from the 10. You want to put that on the line like that when you can just tush push, like fucking worm your way through the D line for 1.
The 1-point conversion is starting at the 2, so that was interesting to see. Like they had like different levels for 1, 2, and 3 conversions, but no PAT. There was no kick for that. There was still field goals, and I think kickoff is a little different as well than like NFL football.
Well, the NFL saw the UFL kickoffs and they're like, we're going to do that too. So I don't know if they're bringing it into this season, but definitely last season the NFL was doing the whole kick, and then the defensive side can't run in until the ball's caught, which supposedly is done to cut down on injuries.
That's good.
Yeah. But a lot of the time, it's kind of like if you're examining what's going on with football, you're like, hardly anybody ever gets past a certain point anyway on the kickoff return. So why bother doing them at all and just make them start on? You always get your start after a touchdown on the X amount. That would be the real injury cut down method.
For sure.
Guys get hurt fucking running, dude. We saw this one moment that ultimately ended up, in my analysis, being huge for the Stallions. They got picked off by the Panthers, and this guy had been such a problem for our. He was smothering the shit out of our receivers. And obviously, he scooped up a ball, ran with it almost all the way down the field. Out of nowhere, he hits a stride wrong. His entire leg goes the wrong way.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The dude fucking falls out and doesn't come back.
It looked like he did a split.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, it was kind of a boon to our offense. I think it really helped us. You never want to wish injury upon somebody, but we take those.
that guy did like a split, dude. That was crazy.
But just a very exciting time overall. You have like the closer.
Well, yeah. Can we talk about the showmanship of it all?
Yeah, you have that like closer knit sort of college atmosphere.
Oh,
to the football.
Okay, talk about that. Yeah, and like how the fans were.
Yeah.
There was like some people on the side that were like slamming the fence.
Every down, defense.
And they're called the Horsemen. They're all half naked. It's great.
Even the women, even the horse women.
But I was talking about the showmanship. Like the head coach is just doing all of the freaking like in between. He's like the announcer almost. He's like an MC.
A little wrestling vibes almost.
Yeah, from the coach, right? And then there's like some sayings that we didn't know, like "buck 'em."
Yeah. Fucking, they use that one for the sack. They're like, oh, the Stallions got another sack. Buck 'em.
The coach said "buck 'em," and I was like, whoa, you can't say that.
Yeah, which is a lot.
There's kids here.
A lot of the charm of the phrase, if we're being honest. That one's for the kids and the grown-ups too.
Yeah. For the kids and the grown-ups to enjoy.
But yeah, if you have anywhere near you, wherever you are in the world, if you get a chance to go see a UFL game, take that chance. It's highly recommendable.
For sure. And talk about our quarterback. You were telling me that crazy story about him.
So Jamar Smith, super talented. Obviously, you have to be talented to even have your name in the ring for.
Yeah, watching him, he was really good.
Being a professional quarterback. He played for us, I believe, last year or the year before. But he has a resume. This year we had three guys all lined up. None of them being Jamar. And then whether it was just injury circus. We ran out of quarterbacks. This guy had somewhat retired. He was working at Dunkin', and then he got the call, and he was like
making coffee.
He's like, yeah, I can do that. He's like came back and has been just killing it. just destroying it.
Yeah.
Doing so good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I was watching him, like, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the way the game ended.
Yeah, you never want your team to have to count on the other team not scoring, which is what it came down to. After taking most of the fourth quarter to get our score to get us ahead for the scoreboard, it was all down to whether the Stallions could stop the final drive by the Panthers.
Yeah.
And
it went all the way basically to goal.
yeah, well, no, they had 4 downs on goal. And that last throw, it was a real make or break moment. Fucking, how you say, como se dice, football.
Yeah, football.
Yeah. Panthers quarterback rears back, dead center of the end zone. He sees a receiver. Probably could have been good. This defensive player on the Stallions fucking bullet times like he's in the Matrix in front of the ball to slap it down.
Denied!
Get that beautiful turnover off of 4th and goal.
That was crazy. That's how it ended.
Which, you know, it's not necessarily the most fun to sit there, and you don't want it to have to come down to that. But the magical, like, adrenaline rush of all that pent-up anxiety just converted over into a victory. Very cool sports moment.
For real. It really was. And it was crazy that there was, like, actually people from the Michigan Panther side in the stands. I couldn't believe that. People from Michigan coming down to support, or I guess people in the area that like the Michigan Panthers.
Yeah. I mean, we're not the only people in the world willing to drive 4 hours to see a game, I'll tell you that much. But, yeah.
There's a lot of people there.
Pretty impressive attendance. It was about 10,500 people. So, you know, there's a market for it. Stallions as a team is certainly not going anywhere. They pull in ticket numbers like that.
For sure.
Other teams in the league average like maybe 4,000 people a game in some markets. So
they need to get more. Needs to grow.
Yeah.
We encourage you to go out to go see your local UFL teams.
Yeah. You know who couldn't possibly support the UFL any more than he already does, though?
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, The Rock. Okay.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
So, he does own a team. He owns the Brahmas, so pretty cool level of investment right there.
Yeah.
But then there was multiple ad spots for his energy drink. There was multiple ad spots for his tequila.
Yeah, for his tequila. Yeah, sponsor of the league.
I mean, basically, you know.
I think that's what it said. Sponsor of the league. It's official tequila of the UFL.
Well, those brands sponsored the league, but who owns those brands?
Yeah, who owns those brands? Yeah. And who also owns the team?
Yeah, exactly. I guess he couldn't get that no losses clause in his team's contract. It's a real thing about him. He has it in his wrestling contract and in his movie contract. Like, the script can't have him as a loser or losing in either of those two endeavors. Like, they're not allowed to write wrestling storylines where he loses.
Isn't he the bad guy in Get Smart, though? He loses in Get Smart, doesn't he?
I mean, that movie, I think that was further down the line earlier in his career before he could make demands like that.
Oh, okay. Right.
But I don't blame him. This is not me, bro. I'm not bringing this up to knock on him at all.
That's why he always wins at Jumanji. He's always the winner of the board game at the end.
So true.
Jack Black's always like, no, Jumanji! And The Rock's always like, yeah, Jumanji! You know?
Yeah, whenever you get to the final space on the board, you have to yell Jumanji or you get sent back to the start.
Exactly. It's like Uno.
Yes, thank you for explaining.
Thank you. You're welcome. I felt like it was necessary to make a fun comparison to Uno.
That's what I was doing through the joke.
No, but I was just saying that Uno, you know?
Yeah. See, I presented it like a lovely bride on her wedding day with the veil over it, you know. Portrait of beauty. Everybody knows what's under the veil. Everyone knows that's why we're here. We're here for an Uno reference. Thank you for giving us the Uno reference. I, as the intelligent listener, understand and don't need this explained. And you came through as she was walking, this beautiful joke was walking down the aisle, and you fucking pinched this joke on its wedding day. Okay.
You have Uno, dude. I have the oldest Xbox, bro. I bought it on day one. I don't have Uno.
No, I don't think I have it.
Okay. Yeah, well, the bride deserved it. Uno, reverse card.
All right. Now you know if you have to invite the podcast to the wedding, probably don't do that because
No, actually do that. Like, that would be actually so much fun. I'll give the best man speech. Or will give the best man speech. And instead of doing what best man speeches normally do, where they shit on the groom, like, and they praise the bride, they're like, how did she end up with such a goblin little demon guy? You know? Instead, we will diss the bride and give ups to the groom. Be like, how did this dirty little damsel end up with such a wonderful hunk of man?
that's good. But you know what we would really do at a wedding? Instead of a band, where the reception would be INH live show.
like during the reception, we're just telling jokes and shit, and like,
Yeah, no dance floor. They've put out folding chairs.
I'm just like, send all the refugees back, send them back, and people are like trying to dance.
Yes, that would be very good.
I don't know about that one, buddy. I feel like that'd be a little rocky.
We're not the ones that made this choice.
They hired us. You're right. You're right. That's what they wanted.
You want to hold me accountable for their decisions? Sounds a little lip coded to me.
Oh man. You gotta pay your respects, dude.
Indeedly do. Hurricane and Panthers last night. These are hockey teams.
Okay.
Man, what a sport. What a sport.
Yeah. Truly a combat sport.
Holy shit.
Hockey.
1, yes. 2, I just saw the scorecard for this. This is not a hockey score.
What?
It was won by the Panthers 6-2. 6-2.
Okay, not there's like a lot of talk about the Oilers.
Yeah. Wonder why.
But yeah, you got any news for us today, brother?
You know, I don't think I really do. Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Well, can I give you some news?
What's up?
And I don't know if it's substantiated, so I don't know if this is actually true, but I saw this last night that Hassan might be permanently banned from Twitch.
I'm not sure that it's a perma. I think he got a 24-hour ban. That's all the information I saw.
Okay, you saw that?
The 20 minutes I looked at my phone this morning.
Okay.
So, but
people are clickbaiting it as permanently banned.
Yeah, I mean, karmically, he's built up enough things that theoretically go against TOS that he should have a perma a long time ago if the rules were applied evenly. As Twitch's golden child, obviously not. And in fact, I will go ahead and cape for him on this one. Not ban worthy. What happened? The reason why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess this does get into. You don't really want to talk about this, but
We don't have to if you don't want to.
We kind of have to in order to contextualize this bit of Hassan news.
Okay.
So, we'll go over the facts of the story and just the facts. We're not going to put any commentary. I'm not going to put any commentary on this one.
Yeah.
A thing that happened this week is that 2 diplomats for Israel were shot and killed in Washington, D.C.
At the embassy, right?
At the Israeli embassy. So, sad situation. Fucking gunning people down in the street, never a method of justice.
Never.
Nothing good is achieved there. Just say that off the rip. Now, what Hassan was going over, in addition to this news case, is this Elias Rodriguez guy, which is the name of the shooter. He has an internet presence and released some kind of manifesto.
He did?
Yeah, so like he released like reasonings or whatever. What Hassan was going over on his stream was like a critical, he was being critical of this manifesto. He was going in there.
He was looking at it and giving his commentary.
not signing it, saying this is why this happened according to the guy who allegedly did it. And now that is reporting. That is just, it's a fact that this manifesto was released. This is a thing out there that anyone can go access.
Hassan's a journalist, you know.
He makes himself out to be a journalist. Certainly, that's one of the things he calls himself. And like, was not co-signing it. Wasn't saying this is a good thing. It was like, this is so smart that everybody should go act like this. Like,
He's just critiquing it.
yeah. And so, you know, we have to be able to talk about things in order to address them in any meaningful way. And he was banned for improper handling of terroristic materials.
Okay.
Which,
That's not the thing you should have been banned about, right?
yeah.
That's what you're saying.
And not a ban-worthy instance, but again, there's also the other side of it, which is karmically, he has done a ton of ban-worthy stuff over the years.
That explains why it's only a 24-hour ban.
Yeah, so, yeah, it shouldn't have been banned for this. Lots of things in his past that easily ban-worthyable, so the karmic balance is slowly rebalancing. But this was in fact a bullshit ban.
Yeah.
If you guy like me, you ask him, he's gonna say that.
Guy like you.
So-
Guy like you. Guy like me. Just kidding.
But yeah, sad piece of news. Honestly, that's why I didn't want to talk. It's just senseless violence.
Well, at least the shooter didn't die. He went to jail. He got caught, so it didn't end in like a suicide or anything. So that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, sad news for sure. I did think it was funny. You kind of left out the fact that the news was like connecting it to Hassan. I thought that was funny.
I didn't know that
Twitch might suffer for this. We'll see. But freaking, they connected. They were like, there's so much rhetoric in the, on Twitch about this, and they like called out Hassan the gamer, Hassan Piker.
I wanted a slap to the face for somebody who poses themselves as being a serious commentator on anything. Your media credential is gamer.
That's a coveted title, bro. I don't know what you mean.
The malicious press is doing character assassination on the pitiful Hassan Piker.
The journalist.
A little head, a little feet, but you don't want to be making. He's a serious journalist. He's a little guy, but don't hold that against him. Little guys can do big things.
You just forgot leg day, okay?
You forgot foot day, dude.
He just wears really big clothes.
Man, oh man. Yeah. He do be. Okay.
He do be what?
Serious credit to his style game.
Yeah.
Very fashionable individual.
Sure. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really ever understand fashion,
the pearls is corny. The pearls is corny, and I don't know if he even does them anymore. But he went through a period where he was wearing pearls a lot, and I was like, "You are so gay."
Yeah, pearls is a little something, man. I don't know. To each his own, I guess. But
it can work. Golly, I can't remember this actor's name. Like, I'm not going to be able to do that. But he's had this actor I'm thinking of, male. He's had a lot of red carpet looks where he's managed to incorporate traditionally feminine items or stylings and made it look good.
interesting.
You can't really pair a pearl necklace with a wife beater and then sit on a Twitch stream and act like you're doing something.
Pearl necklace on a white beater. Yeah, I don't think that works.
Yeah, that's bad, right? I mean, no one can co-sign that. But this is, lots of other stylish looks from the boy, but not that one.
Just had to say that one. I was a little messed up. The other ones, you were looking good, man.
Absolutely.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Not what I'm saying. But I mean, yeah, I say he's fashionable for sure, right? He's like attuned to that like wealthy sort of. He's got like he's on the latest fashion trends. He lives in like LA, doesn't he?
Yeah. In a multi-million-dollar mansion, driving around a brand new Porsche.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Real salt of the earth, man of the people, real proletariat kind of guy. 100% lives.
I don't like what you're insinuating right now.
Completely lives up to all of his ideals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Zero hypocrisy there.
Yeah, why are you acting like that? No, he doesn't have any hypocrisy. I don't understand.
Yeah. It's all. You know what's, if we get into let's get into a psychological analysis of this guy a little bit.
Are you sure? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not unique for saying these things. I'm sure somebody else has said these kinds of things about him before. But if you look at the arc of his entire career, he started out in left-leaning traditional media.
Yeah.
But like, also as a bro commentator, like a proto pickup artist almost. There's a lot of really fun stuff that you can go look up of him giving dating tips that are straight like skeeve lord shit. So
oh God.
That was probably like younger men. We all grow and mature, right? But a lot of that was probably internally directed.
Given was the pickup artist on YouTube.
Given that it was done in conjunction with left-leaning media, then he attempted to ascend within traditional left-leaning media. But maybe some of that's still in there too. Maybe that's part of his fucking character. Maybe that's, him hiding some of his actual beliefs and opinions in order to succeed within a specific political ecosystem that would conflict with some of those inborn tendencies.
Sure. These are like big words for just saying that he put on a face to be famous.
He would rather have this left-leaning audience, and now he's completely captured by them. Like whatever audience you end up accruing in online media, for whatever way you go with it, politics notwithstanding, once you have an audience, you are captured by that audience. You have to give them what they came for.
What they want, yeah.
Because nobody knew was coming. Nobody knew was coming in, unless they already agree with the pre-existing audience. So this guy, I don't know. I just really,
he lives in a bit of an echo chamber.
I really struggle to see.
And when a commenter comes in and says some shit against him, he like pulls it up.
Yeah, which is a solid move. I love
it. It's hilarious.
Love it when a chatter gets put in the hot seat. One of my favorite things across any streamer. It's good stuff. But
Chatter gets put in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Poor Chatter.
Yeah. So honestly, I mean, I feel like anything he says, he's almost compelled to say it. He almost needs to say it because that's what's expected of him. And it would take a solid hit to his lifestyle, but for his own sake, I would recommend he pivot into doing so. Maybe actually be a gamer. Maybe actually do that.
He starts like a racing game channel.
Yes. Oh man.
No. There's no hope. He's only got one way to go.
Sad to see.
Psychological analysis. Oh man. He's just trying to fit in, bro.
Yeah. You have to try to fit in. You never will.
Want to talk about the new advances in AI?
I guess we can, man.
Have you seen VO3?
Yeah. Thank you for actually knowing the name of it. I feel like this is the kind of thing that you don't dedicate that level of bandwidth to.
I didn't.
Usually I'm the guy who has to know things about stuff.
I didn't really dedicate that much bandwidth to it, but thank you for the compliment, the backhanded compliment, I guess. Speaking of this new AI, though, it can make YouTube videos. Have you seen that? Like the Let's Play video guy?
Yeah, make YouTube videos is giving it more credit than it's due. So what's special about Veo and what's really hype, what people are hyping, this happens with every new release. People hype it up and make it out to be maybe more than it is.
Okay.
Now, what it does is, I'll get to the YouTube video aspect first. First is not what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that later.
In a second.
Yeah.
Not at first, in a second.
Yeah, so there's always the hype, but then you have to realize that they're showing you max maybe, this is like the longest chunk of anything they've been able to do. Vio's cranking out like 12-second long segments. It's more realistic than it used to be, and it's now incorporating dialogue, limited, but now it's incorporating dialogue. Whereas I don't think any of the models previously have included dialogue in the video.
Like audio, yeah. Well, I guess not audio, but like people talking.
Right, exactly. And it is slightly more realistic. One of my favorite benchmark for all of these is the Will Smith eating spaghetti benchmark.
I don't know about this one.
So maybe it's like a niche thing. I somehow accidentally followed a bunch of tech people. When I say accidentally, I mean they post normal, and then when something big happens in tech, they reveal like, "Oh yes, I was auxiliary to this team that worked on this part of it." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Well, you're a tech.
I followed you because you post.
You were talking about shitting and farting. Why are we talking about tech all of a sudden?
Yeah. Oh man, but so I'm like accidentally plugged into this, is why I say that. But yeah, the Will Smith spaghetti test is like an industry benchmark. What does it look like? Can it make a convincing replica of Will Smith eating spaghetti? The VO3 Will Smith spaghetti test, pretty solid. It's pretty passable. It's still none of these things. Maybe I'm just good at looking at them. None of them feel like they've broken out of the uncanny valley territory.
I don't know. I saw like a pharmaceutical ad that this guy made for it with it, and it was pretty spot on, bro. It looked pretty real.
Okay.
And then there's like all this YouTuber content that it can make. Like, you know, like the street interview videos? Like the dude's like, "Hey, what's your body count?" And then the girl's like says something like controversial. It can do that. It will just make it cringy, you know?
Yeah.
It does it. You don't even need to make YouTube videos anymore. It also could do like a Let's Play sort of thing. Like a dude like cracked out. It looks like a dude cracked out like playing Minecraft. Like,
yeah. But yeah, so it can do these things. I don't think it can do them in the same way that people can. Maybe that's just me believing in the indomitable human spirit a little too much. But also importantly, like let's go to the consumer level here. Are people going to go for, because they want the things that are longer form than these 15-second clips, right?
I know we're all into short form media now.
Are people going to go for four of those in a row with obvious cuts, whatever? Is simply stacking four of them in a row going to be worth a minute of content to people? Is it really going to be watchable? Is it really going to be enjoyable? I don't see the person who's consuming human-made content now going for it in the same way. But that's just me. That's a guy like me. I don't think the world is going to go in the direction of everything robots all the time.
I don't know. I feel like the future's bleak for media.
Yeah, we shall see.
It's going to be all AI.
I don't know, man. I see. If it really does become all AI, I see a world where people stop consuming media.
Well, I see like companies really using it to do stuff because they want it. It like helps their bottom line. Because AI is cheaper than hiring a bunch of people to film a commercial. You know.
That's true. That's different than that's different than a TV show or a.
Yeah, that is. But you get what I'm saying. And like YouTube, if you could just pump out endless content, people might do that. Even if it's not that good.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bar is low. I don't think the bar is that low. There's a world where people turn like. It won't be of the quality. It just won't. It won't have any sticking power. It won't have any long-term engagement. People will get bored of it very quickly, I believe.
You believe in the best. You're no, what's that guy's name? Something Hobbs.
Yeah. I'll put it to you like this, man. What's the appeal of
You're the John Locke.
a huge part of the appeal of like a Mr. Beast game like any of his competitions or whatever. A huge part of the appeal is the fantasy of like, what if I got picked for that? How good would I do? I bet I could win the $100,000. I definitely would be the last person to take my hand off the car.
Yeah.
When you know that there's nothing real happening in that video, that it's entirely ones and zeros, somebody sat there and typed sentences and tweaked the fucking video generation model to create an outcome, like half of the appeal of the video is gone. And then the other half of the appeal is getting to actually see somebody succeed. You know, it feels good to watch somebody win.
Yeah.
And especially when they come out of the story and be like, I just really needed this $100,000 in this car because things haven't been going good in my life and I'm actually homeless right now.
Oh my God. Yeah, so true. I get you.
You know, and so, you know, you could have the exact same speech and it's just
AI dribble.
Yeah, it's
See, I wasn't thinking of Mr. Beast video. I was thinking
that's just the closest accessible example I could reach for.
I was thinking like the street interview videos. Honestly, the AI would probably do it better.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't care about like the random trunk pop off of some no name.
No more Hawk Tuas.
We look at how well that turned out.
By the way, she finally spoke about it. I didn't listen to it, but on a podcast episode, she finally spoke about the coin issue.
Yeah, it was awesome behavior. She just essentially it was. I forgive myself. I've thought about it. I forgive myself.
Really, that was it.
That was essentially the gist.
I've come to peace with what I've done. Everything's okay now.
She's like, yeah, when that coin launched, I barely even knew what a crypto was. So, just straight up hit the I'm just a girl.
Crypto? Don't you mean V-Bucks? What?
She hit the I'm just a girl.
Like, what do you want from me? I'm just a girl. That's hilarious, dude.
But to her credit, if I'm going to let anybody get away with that, it's Hawk Tuah girl.
It is Hawk Tuah girl. She really played it up. Played the part.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude. You
Wait a
all about
minute.
me.
Hold on. Jarvis, why is this woman famous again?
Jarvis.
Well, Master Bennett, it's because she gave a forthright answer about oral sex on a random street interview after a night of drinking. Yeah, she's just a girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you know?
She can forgive herself.
Yeah.
If it happens again, shame on you. If it happens once, it's okay.
Yeah. Fucking lots of things not excused by I'm just a girl. But that's one of them.
Crypto rug pull. That crypto rug pull, that's one of the ones we're going to
Yeah, some skeevy loser was like, we can take advantage of her honestly undeserved fame. We can leverage her fame to steal from people. She had just as taken advantage of as anybody else who lost money in that.
Yeah, for real. But
Yeah.
she forgave herself, guys.
Yeah.
And you have to have empathy.
And we forgive her too. Official stance of the show.
The official stance of the show. Also, we have gained empathy, so.
Yeah.
My empathy bar is probably like half full.
Dude. Funny that we're talking about Hawk Tuah girl a little bit. Because I was doing what I do occasionally, which is daydream about collabs. Like, she's kind of in my top 5 collabs right now. Honestly. And these are like not, these aren't like optimized. They aren't like what would make sense and be a good fit. Just like the dream list of collaborations. So she's in there. I'll take this opportunity to just be like, yeah, these are people I'm really pumped up. I'm pumped up on Hawk Tuah girl.
God. That's a crazy one.
Yeah, after his appearance on The Yard, knowing that he would be even willing to go on a podcast, Northern Lion is on this list. I think that would be a great conversation. I think that would be good. Also, Yard adjacent. Ludwig's been doing some crazy shit. I think it would be a fun conversation.
Okay.
Who else? I want Matan Evan. I want to try and Matan Evan.
He would try to be so mean to me.
It'd be great. It'd be great, but I don't want to go on his. I guess I'd probably trade his. If he was willing to do ours, I would be willing to go on his. But I would want to get him in here, and then
you have to go on his by yourself.
Oh,
Am I going on you? Going on
the
talk show with
cowardice
that?
revealed. Of course you would come.
They usually it's just one guest, you know.
Yeah, and that would break his format. That'd be freshen up his format. But I want to get him in here and do his bit to him.
We'd have to like each get our own episode with him.
Yeah. And then this one is a little out of pocket of me, honestly, because I don't know that it would be. None of us would feel good about it.
Oh God!
It wouldn't be a good episode.
No.
But I would just want to see it happen. I want to see it happen because I just, the chaos demon in me wants this. There's a TikTok creator, Christian Divine, and he is like probably cream of the crop when it comes to political awareness and informativeness. The problem is he's like the ideological opposite of me. So that's why I say I don't know if it would be a good show or not.
Maybe it would be.
But
I'd be the mediator.
But I just have a feeling that however that went, it would be good content. So out of, it's not a ranked list, by the way. These aren't in order. Although if I had to put them in order, I still probably would put Hawk to a Girl first.
She's first.
But that's just some stuff, random, casual stuff I've been thinking about, collabs and shit.
Yeah, just thinking about it.
Yeah. I already have my favorite streamer on every week, so.
Because those are just like dream collabs.
Yeah.
I don't think those are realistic at the moment.
No. I don't know if the fucking cashier at the Walmart up the street is a realistic collab. Realistic is out the window. Anything we get is like better than expected.
We're hiring the cashier at the Walmart to come on, okay?
Yeah, what if she has something to say?
She has something to say, that's for sure. Oh man, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, you gotta keep your head, keep it in your head. Maybe one day,
Oh yeah,
make it happen, insertionist.
Speaking of, oh yeah, honorable mention.
Oh yeah,
Fat Cheeto.
Oh yeah. Make it your best. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a great collab.
Man, talk about listen and don't judge. Sometimes you do need to be breaking the law and stealing. This is where Fat Cheeto comes into play. Let's close this show out by talking about just one of the best accounts that's ever done it, Fat Cheeto.
Fat Cheeto on TikTok.
No, I had to do you're road tripping. You got to talk about things and stuff. I had to do some learning on this. Now I want you to imagine. Honestly, you can kind of just get away with imagining a redneck.
A southern dude,
Yeah.
a southern guy, but
Yeah.
like actually southern.
Yeah. Now throw 80 pounds on whatever you just imagined. A big old block letter fill-in HVAC tattoo. You don't have a jellyfish in a fucking bunch of roses. He's got just HVAC in a column.
HVAC.
And the conceit of this is, robbing and stealing against the man.
The man. Yeah.
Yeah. So the power company said, I ain't paid my bills in a while, so they're going to turn my lights out. Well, it's getting hot out here, and, I need to run my AC. So we're going to break into this power box and get that power going again. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's like the sort of the catchphrase. Just hitting the, oh, yeah.
And he does what he says he's gonna do.
Yeah, it is actual tutorials on how to, steal cable from your neighbor. Or, you need to make a little platform to put your air conditioning unit on. I don't feel like mixing up all this quickcrete, so we're just going to use these bags. Oh, yeah.
And he does it. He does the
it's all
thing.
shit that works. Like, when you watch it, it will work in your life if you go do the thing he does.
But at the same time, it's like, what the hell?
What kind of risk are you trying to take? So, I guess that didn't take up as much time as I wanted it to. But shout out to Fat Cheeto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You want to inject a little bit of joy into your life, just start hitting the oh yeah.
That's the small shout out for Fat Cheeto. No, I think we're good, man.
All right, you want to wrap it up?
Should we?
Part of shot. Let's get out of here, man.
Yeah.
I gotta go put aloe vera on my scalp.
You're telling me, bro. Guys, do what you always got to do. Well,
Incorrect.
you know, do what you got. Do what you're supposed to do.
Boo.
Do what you're supposed to do, and go to twitch.tv/Seth_Nacho411
Oh yeah.
on Mondays and Tuesdays for some great content. Besides that, oh man, I had a really good one. Oh yeah, well I mean, the future is not safe in my opinion with this AI shit. So be on the lookout. Have that discerning eye. Don't give in to this AI stuff. Let's keep people working and not supporting AI like just do it for you shit. Like put in some effort, people. Right?
Yeah. Or
To make like a YouTube video or whatever.
if that's too much to ask, put in a lack of effort. Don't consume egregious use cases of AI. You can not watch the AI slop. It's so easy. There's nothing easier than not doing something.
So true.
Yeah. Over here, you already know, it's your boy, Doug Bennett. If you don't know where to get more of me every week, I don't know what to tell you. It's only in the description every single time. In terms of parting the shot, I would imagine that most of this despite the INH being for the children, just like Wu-Tang, I imagine that most of the audience is no longer in education, and it's been a while since they've done any sort of writing, point blank period. So my charge for you this week, should you choose to accept it, try writing a page of text about anything. Maybe it's a stream of conscious monologue about your day. Maybe you make up a little story about a lamb who went astray of a Greek fella and became a delicious treat. There's a lot of ways that you could take the completely open prompt of write one page of text.
For sure.
So try that out just for your own edification. You might be surprised what you come up with. That's all I gotta say. Creating things feels good. Creating things feels honestly pretty fucking good. So add some of that back into your life if you haven't created something in a while. It's the most accessible thing you could possibly do. But outside of that, whether you do that or not, you gotta do what you always do, which is carry water, chop wood, and most importantly,
Xiao Hong Shu.